everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and of course I hope you already have an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here and sees me for the first time, welcome. My name is Janny and I'm doing this DIY channel together with Dyanne. I will keep it short because down below I already have my DIY supplies and ready to make a new DIY. If you're new here and you're not subscribed to our channel, of course we hope you will click the red subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. It would help our channel a lot to grow. So enough talking and let's jump into it. And for this DIY we need our tumbling tile blocks, the smaller blocks, and of course we need some paint at your choice or maybe some wax. I use my wood glue, but you can use your hot glue, but like I always say, be careful that it doesn't break because hot glue is not as sturdy as the wood glue. Of course I have my little container you see already with all my things inside, cutters, scissors, brushes, markers, a pencil, everything I need. I always have it in a little container with me. So these are the main pieces for this DIY because you can decorate it later at your own choice. We are going to make a kind of a carrier box, so we will see how this will turn out. What we're going to start with, we are going to start with 8 blocks, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to very easy glue them together. Just do a little glue on the sides. This is number 1 and number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 and number 6 and number 7, because 8 is to close you up. And again, squeeze a little. And of course, if you know me already, I squeezed already in a couple of DIYs a little bit too hard and everything exploded already. So of course, give it a straight line. You can use, of course, if you have a metal hook, you can use a metal hook. And you see already, this block is already very small. So I'm going to lay it apart because or else my bottom won't be equal. And that's not a great start of your DIY. So for a bottom, I always do another block inside because I want to have it in a straight line. This way, this is 1. Of course, we're going to use this one later. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to make another row of 8. And I'm doing as fast as I can. And also with this row, check every row that you have equal blocks. Because, of course, there are sometimes in a package a couple of blocks which are not the same size. And again, squeeze it and press together this way. And I always have also a wet old kitchen towel laying around here, and I'm going to make a nice, and I'm going to wipe off the glue you don't need like this, and then you get a nice clean bottom. We're going to get again 8 blocks, 7, 8, and I'm going to make the row again. And the last one I will do a little bit faster because or else you are running away. But I always love to show you also everything of the DIY. So I hope you also enjoy seeing how the DIY is made. If you want to make it yourself for yourself or maybe with your children some DIYs, I always also made some penguins. So you can find a lot of different DIYs on our channels. So again, wipe away the glue. And now I need another one of 8, but I will do this a little bit faster. So we have all 4 of them and we are going to place them aside like this. And we're going to look for which are fitting the best to each other. But if you don't wait too long, then you still can readjust it and squeeze everything together until one piece. But if you wait too long, of course it will dry up. But if you use your hot glue, it is even faster that it dries up. So place this one on the side very carefully. And if it breaks, don't worry. It doesn't matter if it breaks because you still can readjust it. The glue is still not dried up, so don't worry about it. Just do some glue on this side, on this one, on each block a little bit of glue, and on this one also. And then we're going to roll them together. Very easy, and make a nice plank. I think you call it plank. Here in the Netherlands we call it plank. It's almost the same. And we're going to squeeze a little, press a little, as best as we can, like this. And we're going to give it at least, I think 20 minutes at least to dry in a little bit. So now we place this aside. What we're going to do, we are going to do 4 blocks together, but we glue on the tops. So, because I want to give it the look of a double layer, but I don't want to use all the blocks. So I'm going to give it a double layer on the underside when it looks like then you have it double blocks. But we don't have it double blocks, because or else you need again 32 blocks, because this is 8, 8, 8, 8, and then you need 32 again, and then you already need 1 complete block for only the bottom, and that's a little bit too much. So again, 4 blocks like this. We're going to make another row of 4. This is 1, number 2, place it together, and 3 and 4 will be the closure up again. And again, squeeze it, press it down, and make sure that you have it in a straight line. Again, remove the glue you don't need. And now we're going to make 2 of 2. Very easy. Again, 2 blocks, and if everything is correctly, they are fitting in totally over here. So, and or else I didn't count right. But I can better make the mistake than you do. So give it a couple of minutes to dry in. We are going to place now the 1 of 4 over here, 1 of 4 over here. Make the space that the 1 of 2 is still getting in between over here. And this is what we are going to work with. And it will be a surprise if everything is fitting over here. So we are going to do the tops, a little glue, and of course over here you could place it down. We do here the same, a little glue, and also here place it down. And now we're going to place it against each other, and we're going to place this against each other. So give it a little bit of pressure, and also a little pressure on this side. Make sure that you have a straight line, and also over here, and give it also a little. And now we're going to let this dry in for at least, I think, go for the safe side and go for, I think, 15 minutes. What we're going to do right now, I let it dry in a little bit, but like I told you earlier, it still can fall down. We are going to do on the top of the bottom, we are going to make a thin line around. So over here, this way, we go over here, and against this line. Of course, I have to go that every block has a little bit of glue. You see, we have now the whole piece with some glue, and also this one is not totally dried yet. Carefully get it in between, and be careful that when you place it up, it doesn't fall down. So go and place it on top of each other this way, and make sure that you have a straight line. Of course, there is coming glue out, but it doesn't matter. Just give a little bit of pressure this way, and make sure, feel with your fingers that you have it in a straight line. Of course, here will be the glue out, and I will wipe it away. And again, squeeze it and press it down, and feel that you have a nice straight line. And this way. And now we're going to let this dry in also again 15 minutes. So I placed my bottom on the side over here. What I did made 8 groups of 2 pieces. So very easy. And we are going to glue them together. So we're going to, a little on the top, place it up. We do a little glue over here and place them up. And so we do this with all 8 of them. And of course, we give it a couple of minutes to dry, because most of the time we always use a little bit too much of the wood glue, and wood glue dries better if you don't use too much. but sometimes it's a little bit difficult to not use too much because I have already the opening very small, but sometimes he's even too big still. I'm going to place it on the side, squeeze it and make a nice straight line. Press them on the side, press it, and you see already this one. And again, squeeze it, make a nice straight line. And so you can do all 8 of them on the side, squeeze it. And it is very important that you use the same length of block, and also with this part of the DIY, because it has to be like a kind of a space where you place something up. So you need all this 8 need to have the same size also. Again, wipe away the glue and make sure that you have a straight line again, because they need to dry on the same length, or else we get problems later to glue them. And this is how they are looking like right now, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes. In the meantime, while these are drying, we are going to make not 8 but again 12 pieces of 2. Again, you do the same, just glue them on top of each other, very easy. And always take your time for it, because time is sometimes works against us, but for this part of the DIY, it's always important that you take a little bit of time to make straight lines and make sure that everything is fitting nicely. Sometimes we want too fast, especially I am I'm that person, because I don't have the patience always. So because I want to show to you so much of the DIY. So again, place it on the side and do it this way. I could do it a little bit faster. So we have all our 12 pieces of 2, and here's of course the 8 we need later. What we're going to do, we're going to row 4 of them together. So very easy. And glue this one. Of course, do some glue on this one. I should have done this earlier. And on this one. And on this one. And make a nice straight line of all 4 of them. We're going to do this one the same. And I hope I do it right, or else I can redo it and you can do it in once. Sometimes my thinking is not walking equally with my mind, but this way. And now we're going to make 2 of 2. So very easy. Do this one, and we're going to do this one. Squeeze it together, like this, and we're going to squeeze this one together like this. Make sure that you have a straight line, because you still can redo it. And again, we're going to get our towel, we're going to go over it and make sure that we wipe away the glue we don't need. And we're going to let this dry in for at least 15 minutes. So now we have our pieces, they dried in a little bit, not totally dry yet. We are going to turn them, because now you see them on the smaller side of the block. So we're going to place this one, and we're going to do this one and this one, both of them. What we're going to do, place this one behind, this one over here, and we're going to glue them inside. So what we're going to do, the same like we did with the bottom, we do some glue over here, place it over here, and we're going to do the same here, some glue on both of the blocks, also over here, place it down and make sure that you have everything fitting together very nicely, and squeeze it. Work with your fingers to make a nice straight, we here in the Netherlands we call it rechthoek. So this is the size of this one is in the Netherlands rechthoek. So it's a little bit different like you call it. So I'm going to give this one also, I think 15 minutes at least. So we have here our 8 pieces. We have here our frame, and I probably should have put the frame a little bit later together. So I will tell you in a moment. We are going to glue 10 blocks together on the sides. Very easy. Just make a row of 10. number 3, number 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8 and number 9 and number 10 is the closure up. Squeeze them a little together like this, make a nice straight line again. We do here the same. Of course, 1, number 2, number 3. Of course, my DIYs are always a little bit of an experiment because I have no idea what I'm, what I'm doing. And most of the time it will go very nicely, but you never know. We're going to glue this one also together in a straight line and make sure that it dries in. Of course, we're going to wipe away over it and like this, and we're going to give it again a little bit of work. If you use your metal hook, you don't have that problem. You can easily glue them together. I'm going to get to a little bit faster. Again, 2 rows of 10. So you saw me gluing this 2 together, and now we're going to go also for this 2 together. If I get them very carefully on the side, of course, like I told you earlier, don't worry if it does fall. You can even glue it together again, so don't worry about it. And again, make sure that you have a nice straight line again. And we're going to let this dry in a couple of minutes, but I have to do it a little bit faster because I already glued this one and this one cannot dry yet. So if you are making this DIY, don't glue this yet. At least I think I do. I have to look for, because it's an experiment. I really have no idea how it will turn out. So I'm going to do some glue on this side. Over here, of course, on all the blocks, a little bit of glue. Like this. And I'm going to place carefully this one, of course, on top. But we have to do it carefully because, or else it breaks, but it doesn't. It's not a real problem. And press it a little bit down and fill with your fingers. And you have a straight line, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes. So I place the pieces on the side. I'm going to get my bottom this way. You see, this is the bottom you made. It is the 4 times 8, and of course the 4, 4 and 2, 2. We're going to turn it over, and now you see it looks like we have a double layer, but we don't. We have already the base. Now we're going to get our blocks, and we are going to place them this way on top of our bottom, like this. So not this way, but this way. We're going to place one over here, one exactly in the middle, one over here in the corner, in this corner, of course over here, but in the middle. This one also in the middle. I have to look that I have them in the right way. And of course this one over here. And you can easily see it, because if you turn it at another side, you see he doesn't fit in exactly in this block. Then you know he's on the wrong side. So again, and this one over here. And because this one is the middle piece we just glued, he has to be inside of this too. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this block and we're going to glue it on the side. So very easy. So I'm going to place this on the side. I have here my middle piece, we just doubled up. I'm going to glue it on here. Of course, I have to look if I have the blocks right now, or else I'm going to tell you in the wrong way, and that's not what you want. Of course, I have to do it this way, and I have to glue it this way. This way. And you also can recognize if you have it in the wrong way, it doesn't fit. Then you have space over. Then you know I'm sitting in the wrong space. And now I know, now I hope I tell you in the right way. or else you are doing a comment, it doesn't fit, then I am in the wrong, I glued it wrong, but you will see that in a moment. And glue this one also on the side over here. Give it a little bit of pressure and make sure that this one is in a straight line, so it does fit over here. And again. And we're going to give it a couple of minutes. So while this is drying, I'm going to glue, of course, the other pieces on top of here. Just do a little bit of glue and place them in the corner. And this one a little, and in the corner. I'm going to do also this one in the corner, and this one over here, and this one in the middle. And also at the ending, later feel with your fingers that you have a nice straight line. And again over here, this way. So we're going to give it a little bit of pressure, like this. And of course this one also, give a little bit of pressure. And make sure that you have them in the corner in a straight line. Over here, give a little bit of pressure and get them fitting exactly in the corner. I'm going to turn this over, of course, squeeze. And again, feel with your fingers. That's always the most important thing. Just feel with your fingers and make a nice straight line. And take your time for it. Like this. Oh, he's already going all around, but not on the place that he needs to be. That's always. And again, this one needs to be a little bit to the sides. If I feel with my fingers. And like this. And you see already, I have already one. Yes, he is in a straight line also with this one and this one. Of course, you have the corners. What we're going to do, we're going to do some glue on the underside, and we're going to place this in the middle. But of course, then I hope now that my frame for the top is fitting, because I probably should have do it a little bit later, but we will see how everything is fitting together. Now we're going to place this one in the middle. And I have to look for that I have it really in the middle, and it's very easy to see because here is also the middle on your bottom, so you can very easily see where you need to be. And give it a little bit of pressure and feel with your fingers that you have everything in a straight line, because you still can move it around. This one needs to go a little bit more in the middle, and this one also. And the glue which is coming out, just get your small brush and just wipe away the glue you don't need very carefully. Over here, make sure that you have all the big white dots away, because later you have a lot of trouble getting it away. And you see over here is too much glue. Over here and on the sides and over here. And we're going to give it a couple of minutes to dry, and then we're going to try to get our frame over it. So I can have lucky, but I can, then it will be one disaster. So we will see how this will turn out. But this also DIY, you have to try something. So I did give it a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do some glue on here, on this one, on this one, on this one also, a little over here, a little on this side, on this side, on this side, and over here, the last one. And now we're going to look, he is still not totally dry, but he is almost drying. But I can have lucky, but I can also get one disaster. So we will see. I really have no idea how this will turn out. If he will go totally down or not. Maybe he's sticking somewhere. We will see. We will see where he's getting. If he's going to fit on top of here. And you see, he is fitting. I have just luck. More I can say. I have just lucky. So I think with the bigger blocks I didn't get it right. I would already know that with the bigger blocks it doesn't work. So of course I have to do the middle pieces. I have to readjust. Also this one. And I'm going to readjust it and let it dry in for a couple of minutes. So, and if everything is correctly, you will have this piece. This is already the base. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to place it aside. I'm going to make 4 blocks of 2. The same like we did earlier. Very easy, on top of each other. This is number 1. Oh, of course, this one is better than what I did. And again, this one on top. A little glue over here. And a little glue over here. And we're going to do the same. And this is 1. This is number 2, and this is 3 and number 4. And we're going to give it a couple of minutes again. So I gave them a couple of minutes. I'm going to turn them flat like this. So you have the complete block on the top. What we're going to do, we're going to glue 2 of them together this way, over here. And now we're going to do some glue on this one. And on this one. And again, place them over here, make a nice straight line and give it a little bit of pressure. Of course also over here, and this one a little bit of pressure. And now we're going to give it a couple of minutes. So we're going to take our carrier bag. What we're going to do, we're going to place this one on the side over here, and we do some glue, and we're going to make a very easy handle over here and a little bit of glue over here, and we're going to place it on top of here. So very easy, and we're going to make it fitting. Of course, sometimes you have to work a little bit with it, but at the end everything will work out fine. At least we hope. Like this. So I'm going to give it a little bit of push over here, and I'm going to let this dry in for at least a half hour. So if everything is correctly, you have right now this piece. Of course it looks a little strange because he's not painted yet. It looks like, I don't know where it looks like. It looks like we will see how this will turn out. Don't worry, we are going to glue 3 blocks together. So very easy, just do on the side. This is 1, and this is number 2, and this is number 3. Squeeze it, press it together, and we're going to do another one of 3. Like this. This is 1, this is number 2, and number 3. Again, squeeze it and press it together, and we're going to let it dry in for at least a couple of minutes. Of course, wipe away the glue and again make a nice cute little square. We are going to get 3 blocks again like this. This is 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3, and we're going to glue them this way, and another set of 3, and this is 1, this is number 2, and again row them together on one straight line, place them together. Now we're going to do 2 blocks together. This is 1, squeeze it and press it together, another one of 2, again a little glue inside, and we're going to squeeze them and make a straight line. We have to go them over here. We go for 3 again, like this. This is 1, this is 2, and again 3, squeeze it, another one of 3. And I know for some people it is a little bit boring, but at the end, for everyone who wants to know, they know how to make it. And the last pieces of 2. This is 1, and at last of 1 and 2, And we're going to give this one a couple of minutes to dry in. So we are going to get the 3-piece and again do some glue on the top, place it together. You do also the same over here, place it together. We do it with the 2-piece, place it together, and with this one, place it together. Again, squeeze it, and also this one, and make a nice straight line. And for this, the same, make a straight line and squeeze it. And we're going to give this also a couple of minutes. Now we're going to get our 2-piece block. We are going to do some glue on the side over here, and we're going to place it on top of here. We're going to do here the same, and again place them on the other side of the 3 block. Again, give it a little bit of pressure, not too much, because not everything is totally dried in. And we're going to let it a couple of minutes dry in. So I gave it a couple of minutes. Now I'm doing some glue on the top, a little line, also over here. And we're going to place the other one of 3 on top. And this way, give it a little bit of pressure. And make sure that you have it also in a straight line. This way. And we're going to give this one also a couple of minutes. So I placed him straight up this way, and I'm going to do some glue on this block of 3. Just some glue over here, just around the corners, and just place it down. And I'm going to place my frame on top of here exactly in the middle, as best as you can, so this way. And I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to make a second one, but a little bit faster. So now I have my 2 cute little planters away. You can use them for anything. You can do some straws inside. You can do some kitchen pieces inside if you use it in your kitchen for decor. What we're going to do, we're going to take 4 blocks. And because I want to finish off a little bit at the top, because I don't like the top very much. So I don't do a little block this way. I'm going to place this one against it. I'm going to do a little glue on this side, and I'm going to place this one over here, squeeze it, and now I'm going to do a little on the top, and of course on this side a little piece. And if everything is correctly, you can easily fit it inside to make a nice cute little square. Work with it and squeeze it and give it a couple of minutes to rest. And I'm going to make the second one for the second piece. So now it is very easy. Just do a little bit of glue on the inside of your little planter over here. And you're going to place very easily this one on top. So you have to look for if you have it in a straight line. Of course you have to work a little bit with it. That's what I mean. Sometimes my English, oh my. So sorry about that, but a lot of you understand. So I have to think and speak in Dutch. Think in Dutch and speak in English. So I'm going to give this one also a little bit of pressure. And of course this one also. And I wipe away, of course, with my small brush, the glue here we don't need. So I'm going to work with it. And then this one is finished. This one is finished. Our little storage basket, or how you call it, maybe carry basket, what you want. He only needs a little knob on top over here on the top, and I'm going to choose for, I have a wooden one like this, and I have this one, so I think I'm going for this one. I like this one a little bit better. So, and then we're going to paint everything. So we have now all the pieces ready for painting. I'm going to paint this one a little bit of the darker brown color. You see this one big mess, but don't worry, it will be all right. So I'm going to take this color, but you can choose any color. Of course, you also, if you are more like a glam lady or glam gentleman, you can also spray paint it in gold or silver, so you don't have to do the colors I do. So I'm going to get this one a little bit of the, yeah, it's a bit chocolate, not totally chocolate, it's a little bit lighter. I'm going to give it this color, and I will do it a little bit faster because or else it is really taking much too long of your time. So, and for my little basket, I'm going to use a little bit of the creamy color. Like this, you see me using this already for a long time. I am loving the neutral tones. So you can, if you keep this neutral, you can decorate it with any color you like. You can do some lemons inside. You can do for the fall, you can do some pumpkins inside. You can use this for any season. That's why I keep most of the time this neutral, so I can place in any color I want. So I'm going to start with, of course, the inside. That's always, sometimes I forget to do the inside, and I have to do it later, and then I'm totally under the paint. So, but I'm going to start with the inside. So you see already all the parts are painted right now. Of course, I'm going to show you in a moment how I decorate it, of course, now for the Christmas season, but for any season at all. Of course, I show you the quick impression, but I also show you afterwards the DIY on its own. So you can even see how the DIY is, because some people love to see also only the DIY and not always the decoration, but I also love to show you how it is decorated. So I see you in the quick impression. And you see finally the quick impression of our little carrier bag basket. That's what I call it. I don't know the real name for it, because you can't name it because you made it yourself. Of course, I hope you like this, and of course I hope you took out your tumbler towel blocks too and did this DIY together with me. If you like, maybe you can send me a picture how yours is turned out, of course, and how you decorate it. I would love to see it. Of course, everyone who is here and only love to watch, of course, I hope you had fun watching. Do you want to see more DIYs? Come on over to my description box. There you find the link for our DIY channels. Hope to see you there. And everyone who is not subscribed to my channel, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. It would help my channel a lot to grow. So enough talking. I wish you all an amazing day and see you in the next one. Bye.